Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. Um, it's been an eventful day. I'll say that. It's been an eventful day. Um, Before I get started, somebody asked me, um, what are some ways that you can, give your family Bitcoin? Like, what are the best ways? And for me, it's fairly simple. There are several ways that you can do it. You can go buy a wallet and hand them a wallet. But he was like, "Do I put it in their family in their parents' names?" And I'm like you name a wallet? Are you going to Coinbase and giving it to them? Like, what's the sitch? What's the actual situation? So I don't know. Oh, wait. Before we dig into that, tonight's poll question: if a platform collects crypto for you and then gives it to you, are they an exchange? Yes, no, maybe, other. Whoever said maybe, I'd like to understand the maybe because it's a black and white. It's a black and white kind of thing. There really is no maybe. There's other. You can put your answer in for other. I should have put that in parentheses too. And Captain Banana, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, wow, 4 votes already. That's a hot topic. Anyway, if I was going to give, my nieces and nephews crypto, there's several ways you can do it. You can go to the store. You can buy yourself a hardware wallet, set up new addresses on that wallet, and send stuff to that wallet. Doesn't have a name. You can put that in a safety deposit box. You can do several different things. My son was an extra on a sitcom once, and before he could actually take the job, we had to prove that he had a trust. So we set up a trust for him, and that money will sit there until he's 18 years old. See where I'm going with this? Somebody asked me, well, the same person that was like, should we use a smart contract that'll release it, after a certain period of time? And I'm like, why are you making it so difficult? It's a trust. Set up the trust. Now, that being, one of my answers, I wonder what it would be like to actually create a trust on the blockchain, like on chain, like, you know, a person trust, that kind of thing, that kind of trust, not like a spot ETF trust or some crap like that. But I'm wondering, nobody has ever given me, you know why? Because you're smart, Alec. That's why they never gave you crypto. And that's not true. I'm sure you've received airdrops. Somebody gave you crypto, you little whiner. Ugh, some people. Where's patient one? Now, with regard to that topic, I just sit back and I just kind of go, there are lots of ways you can do it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't complicate it at all. Like I said, you don't need a hardware wallet. You just go get a wallet. You can create a wallet, using pen and paper. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish with the wallet. Are you trying to make sure that when your niece and nephew or when your family members are older that they can crack open this wallet and voila, you could do that. Um, it's just a matter of where you're going to put the keys, how you're going to keep the keys. That's all. Um, so that's a big deal. You want to put it someplace where they're recoverable, things like that. Um, or like I said, slap that puppy in the trust. Fund the trust with Bitcoin. There are things you can do. I think you're asking from a hey Jared, you're thinking, hey Hutanic. I'm sorry, I should have said hello to you. Hello Hutanic. Um, and hello to everybody else that's listening, but not necessarily speaking at the moment. Um, but yeah, there are several ways that you can do it. If it were me, depending on what I was trying to accomplish, there are ways that you can hide that, right? There are ways that you can do it so it's 100% legal. Whatever taxes are there, you could do it like that. But I would talk to my tax accounting, my tax attorney, or my CPA about what I want to do, what the ultimate is. Greetings from Miami Airport. Ha 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 ha. I hate layovers. Um, If platform you're describing acts merely as a custodial service, holding crypto temporarily before transferring it to you, but doesn't facilitate actual trading, it might not be an exchange. No, I think it's an exchange because there's a third party that is holding it for you. So they've got to be registered in some way, right? So you know what? You're right. You're right. Maybe not as an exchange, but they would still have to be registered because no, they're an exchange. Custodial service. Custodial service, exchange. So the different flavors of exchanges. But if I'm collecting on your behalf, I'm inserting myself as a middleman. So it means I'm holding for you. Sounds like a drug deal. It's not. It's crypto. But I'm holding for you and then I'm giving it to you when when you want. It's an exchange. It's absolutely an exchange. We'll get into why I'm talking about that a little bit later on. Actually, skip it. We should get into it now. We should just get into it now. That's right. So there's a lot of news. Hey, Paula. Hutanik, I'm going to create a smart contract with a dead man switch. If I don't hit the switch in a year, it will send my crypto to selected addresses. Eddie.eth, Eddie J on crypto.eth, EddieJ.eth. I mean, I've got several addresses that will all come to me. You let me know what you need. You let me know. I got you. I got you. So Bitcoin ETFs over the past 3 days, $1 billion in inflows. Remember how I was getting into Telegram and how Telegram, I have to pay the insurance. Ooh, okay. How Telegram's scammers were leaving the platform because there just weren't enough rich people on there for them to scam. People didn't have enough money. Well, that means that most of the people involved in Telegram are small potatoes. Just a lot of small potatoes. Yeah. So guess what? It doesn't surprise me that Telegram is being noted as being a critical platform for Web3 adoption. Not a shocker. Not a shocker at all. When I read that story, I was kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. Gaming, all that by regular people. Makes sense. Makes big sense. What else do we have? Ireland drafts urgent crypto regulation ahead of EU anti-money laundering laws. A lot of times at night, I don't have time, so I write out my notes. Sometimes I have some of it memorized because I've been reading it and writing it and all that good stuff. But usually at night, I don't have it memorized, so I just read my notes. And they're looking to combat organized crime's use of crypto. Italy. But one of the things that they're doing is raising the tax rate from 26% to 42%. What? For crypto? Like, what? I'm okay. You do you. You do you. I mean, you're combating organized crime by raising the tax rate on crypto, even though most of organized crime doesn't. Are you really thinking they pay taxes? So let me stick it to the little people. Okay, I got it. I got it. No reason for me to go to Italy. It's still even short gains, 42%. And again, like I said, what criminal is paying taxes? I mean, what? He's going to pay taxes on his job at Walmart? Her job at the beauty salon? I mean, do you really think they're claiming their ill-gotten gains? Stop it. I can't even. even if they do that on long term, that is crazy. Yeah, I when I read that, I was just like, I thought it was a joke. I thought I was gonna see like, haha. I didn't. They're for real, for real. You have a lot of countries out there that are trying to crack down on crypto, and and in a lot of cases, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's the economies that probably need the most help. So it's one of those deals. So I'm just paying attention to the news that's out there only because, again, what happens in other countries is going to have an effect. Now, back to the tax thing. Italy. I mean, that's a reason to not have a named wallet or use a wallet that's tied to, a government reporting company, right? Like an exchange, right? I mean, me, I pay my taxes. But it's stuff like that that'll make other people go, nah, skip that. I can create as many addresses as I want and the government would never know because those addresses are not tied to human beings. They're just addresses. Now, the government could say, well, this was always your address. Prove it. It didn't transfer to any place else. Prove it. What happens if somebody gets involved with crypto? Let me just see who's over on Instagram because we got the gram going on. That's right. I said it. I said we have the gram going on. I know it's funny. Huskers, what's up? So I can create any number of addresses, transfer it. When I'm ready to give it back or use it, how do you tie that back to me other than, oh, I got the benefit of something? I'll pay taxes on what I got. What happens if the other person accepts crypto? I can bounce around crypto like forever. I have a wallet nobody knows about. You have a wallet nobody knows about. Bing, bing, bing. They have a wallet nobody knows about. Bing, 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 bing. And we just trade crypto for products and services. Who's to know? To their ups and downs to that kind of way of thinking. So, if it's me and I plan on giving, I'm doing all right, Huskers. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Um, I think for me, I want my kids to have a trust, right? And I will fund that trust in different ways. I will fund that trust at different times for different reasons, whatever. Like I said, my son was on a TV show as an extra, got paid. He was happy. And so he gets paid, and before he got there, I mean, when we got there, we had to actually show them the paperwork that we had that trust. Because he's underage. That's who gets the money. That's who gets the money when he turns 18. So is that a lot of money? Not at all. It's only a few $100. But a few $100 by the time he's 18, I mean, he's got like only a couple of years left. And he'll walk out with a couple of bucks. He's going to be happy. Just dawned on me, like next year, his next birthday, he'll be able to be like, yo, I got my money. Probably have a money party, trust money party, stuff like that. But he's got a trust. And I'm like, yeah, we should do that. Constitutionally, the states should levy taxes on the people, and the Fed should levy taxes on the states. Wow, that's interesting. Um, I notice you use the word should. I get what you mean, but the word should sticks out, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. But you're right. You're absolutely right. I just found it funny because we all know that's not the way it works. But constitutionally, that is the way it should work. but the government found many, many ways to tax you many, many times on the same money, right? So you make $100. Before you get your $100, it gets taxed. Now you've got $75 or whatever amount of bucks you got. Let's call it 75. Then you go to the store, you buy something, tax. But they're not taxing you, they're taxing the goods. And it's like, but you're still charging me taxes. I pay taxes when I got my money, and I pay taxes when I use my money. When am I not paying taxes? Maybe, $50,000 hammers, don't use them. Get back to the news. There's some really cool stuff in here. So Ireland's doing that. So I'm sorry, Ireland is crafting something to fight crime. I got the I's wrong. So hold on. Let me fix myself. Ireland is writing rules to fight organized crime. Italy is the country that's raising it by 42% or to 42%. Okay. I'm going to be interested to see what Ireland's law is going to be. There's going to be, supposedly, there could be a new Bitcoin and gold ETF. Actually, technically, a new Bitcoin, gold and Bitcoin ETF in the United States, combining exposure to both assets to hedge against inflation and currency debasement. Let me see if I can get the name of the company. There's that. I think this is it. Quantity Funds, in partnership with Return Stacked, has launched a U.S. Bitcoin and gold ETF. I knew that was going to bring out the gold lover in you. I knew it. Gold and silver as legal tender has not been amended either. Yep. I scooped up Sirius Pax G today. Nice. Andy Surfer, what's up? Long time no hear, my brother. EJ, what would you do if you were an Italian holding BTC? You would have to paint that picture a bit more vividly. Am I a criminal? Because if I'm a criminal, I'm going to do whatever the hell I feel like doing. If I'm a citizen, a law-abiding citizen, then I'm going to pay my taxes, right? So that's how I would go about it. But even law-abiding citizens, you're going to have a lot of people just be like, you don't even know my wallet address. You're going to tax me on gain? How you going to do that? There are a lot of little details there that you've got to play with to figure that one out. Leroy Green, what up? So Ham's house, what's going on? So the ETF, from what I'm reading, the ETF is live. Quantity Funds, in partnership with Return Stacked, has launched a U.S. Bitcoin and gold ETF. This ETF combines Bitcoin and gold in a single vehicle, providing 100% exposure to both assets. The fund aims to protect against future inflation and currency debasement. Economist Peter Schiff continues to advocate for gold despite Bitcoin's higher returns. Yeah, sounds like. It's Italy. I don't know if it's unrealized. Can't be asking me difficult questions like that. Man, it's nighttime. You're asking me difficult questions at nighttime. Man, you should go stand in a corner. Go stand in a corner asking me difficult questions. People these days, man. You're as bad as Hutanic and Joaquin starting trouble. And Captain Banana, don't you get started. Just saying. And Paula, keep your mouth shut. All these names I have to remember. It's hard. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Ooh, wait. 9 votes. 44% say yes. 22% say no. Oh, that's a really cool number. 442233. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna snag that because I'm a numbers geek. That's right. I'm a geek. Get over it. I am. 44% say yes, 22% say no, 33% say maybe, and nobody has chosen other just yet. What did my smart aleck friends say? Andy, you are so not sorry. Don't sit there tell it. You should go stand in the corner just for that alone. Sorry. Psh, it's lunchtime here. Lunchtime. Where the hell are you at? Even in California, it's 5:20. Howdy, Bianca. Oh, hold it. So then we have MoonPay partners with Ripple to allow direct XRP purchases. I told you about that the other day, so that's actually really good. Zodia Custody and Galaxy Digital launch unified wallets for institutional clients, enhancing digital asset management security and flexibility. I'm not surprised by Galaxy Digital's move, and look up Zodia. Zodia is a partnership between a few different companies. Look up Zodia. I'm in New Zealand. Wow. I'm a little jealous, man. I'm a little jealous. I have a couple of friends out in New Zealand. Wish I could go visit. Just no time. Excuse me, no time. Um, Dinner time here. Yeah, it's about that time. I know where you're at. Yeah, it's about that time. What other good news? Um, so one of the reasons, this article caught my attention is because, well, I'll read it to you. Jump Trading faces lawsuit from Fracture Labs accusing the firm of market manipulation in a pump and dump scheme involving DIO tokens. So what I'm wondering is, did the platform New Zealand? That's far away. Wow, it's pretty cool. It just hit me. So DIO, yo, Rodney May, what's going on? Morning. You're in what? Yo, Rodney's in Bali, bruh. You know what? I'm a little jelly. At some place I've actually always wanted to go. So I'm a little jelly right now. How is it? How is it? It's 8:20 in the morning. Wow. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Um, but so Jump Trading is involved in this lawsuit, and I'm kind of like, wow, did they? And I had a headline idea for it too. Jump Trading couldn't get over the market manipulation lawsuit, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I would love to. I think the tickets might use up all my crypto. I'd have to look to see how expensive it is. But I heard it's like one of the most beautiful places on earth, and not just because of the land, also because of the people. So that's one of the reasons why I want to go. That's on my list of places to go. But the big news that I have, let me know when you need a holiday. Man, need a holiday, can afford a holiday. different, different. Because I need one. I need one so bad. Should I buy more XRP? Let me answer your question. I hold a bag of XRP. It's a nice bag. I'd like an upgrade. So I'm just saying it like that. Like for me, there are certain coins that I'm just like, yes, I'm buying, bought. XRP is still in that list of bought. I had put it on ice for a while. Like Hutanic knows, DMAC knows, like everybody knows. I had put XRP on ice. But then something happened. And I said, I'm going to go buy some XRP. I think I was reading the news. It was a while ago. Not a while ago, a couple of months ago. And I said, I'm going to buy some XRP. I've been happy ever since. I hadn't sold all my XRP, but I had not added to my XRP slot for a while. I added XRP. I did add XRP. And would I add it now? Yes, I would. Would not be mad at GMB conference in Bali. Thank you. I try to be as honest as possible, without, endangering people. But yeah, I'm sitting back, and there are certain coins. The way I divvy it up is I have X number of slots because I only have but X amount of money, and Bitcoin is a slot, Ethereum is a slot, and then the rest you fight over the slots. Bolar in I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I apologize, but welcome. Bolar Inholui. I'm not going to say it again. I'm butchering your name, and it's disgusting me. I apologize. Um, I agree with you on BTC. I think it will pop hard, then go sideways until the next epoch. Yeah, but here's my thing though. Kimo show. What's going on? Kimo show one. But here's the thing. I hear like part of me wants to say that it's going to go sideways until, but there's such a big difference now versus all three of the other bull runs before, right? And like I keep saying, it's you know investment, it's integration, and it's adoption, meaning that awareness came first, right? And that's a big deal. We didn't have that before. We have it now. So I think it's going to pop, the normal profit taking drop a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to take that big hard slam down, that it normally does. I don't know that it's going to do that. And if I'm pressed to answer that, I would say it's not. I would say it's not. Yes, it'll go down, but will it go down the way it normally does? I don't think so. Because there's just too much going on right now. Way too much going on right now. Now, the dynamic that I'm really looking for is the difference between Bitcoin and altcoins as the whole space continues to mature. Bitcoin is one thing, all the other coins, all the other altcoins, they're something else. But Bitcoin is totally different. So at what point do people just say, I'm not moving my Bitcoin. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I'm not doing anything with my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is just sitting there holding value. And with all of that, it's just sitting there holding value. Does it then lose its value? So I'm wondering about that. Oh, hold up. Let me read what people are saying. APOC is 4 years on BTC. Yep, I know. Yeah, it's the math on that is you sit back and you just go, yeah, there are certain factors that when you look at a certain bull run or whatever it is or epoch, you start looking at those factors and you start to say, well, we didn't have that, we didn't have that, we didn't have that, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. And that's just around, those four things, awareness and all that good stuff, right? Then you have to take a step back and you have to say to yourself, what about all the innovation? The continued innovation. Now you start to have even more of a difficulty understanding, not even understanding, but trying to fathom that hard drop that normally happens thereafter. And like I said, when you get to a point where Bitcoin is in use for so long, or being held for so long, at what point does it not carry that value because everybody's got it locked up? So, I mean, have you seen people with like black wedding rings? Right? I don't even know what the material is, but it's black wedding rings. Not buying gold wedding rings. Is it because gold has priced itself out of the market? Highly possible. But you know something? A lot of people are also not missing it. So remember when we were younger, the whole thing about gold was its luster. It meant something, and people gave it value because of that. Does it retain that value over time? I mean, I'd like to beam back down, or visit Earth as an angel and be like, oh, what's going on with gold and Bitcoin? Like, how'd that ever pan out? I'd love to be able to do that. Love to be able to do that. Now to some of the biggest news out there that probably a lot of people aren't paying attention to. I agree. The BTC scarcity is mainstream now. Yeah. You like my necklace. Thank you very much. Smart ass. Um, Did you really mean it, or you try to be funny? With you, I never know. Where's patient one? She needs to do me a favor again. Um, but the biggest news that hit me today: Cosmos co-founder warns of North Korean involvement in liquid staking module development. Apparently, some of the people that helped to build out the liquid staking module for Cosmos have ties to North Korea. Do with that what you may. But that hit me like a ton of flipping bricks. A ton of bricks. That right there, I was like, oh. Now is are they spreading FUD? Are they trying to cast doubt? Toss some shade? I don't know, but if it's false, then it's false, right? But if it's true, do we have a problem at that point? Yeah, Cosmos. That Cosmos. So, do we have a problem at that point? I wish I could tell you. But it caught my attention real fast. Real fast. Right? Let's see. Cosmos co-founder J1 has expressed concern about the security of the Cosmos Hub's liquid staking module LSM, stating that individuals associated with North Korea contributed significantly to its development without proper security vetting. How long has it been out? And were you still involved with the project when that went down? Big questions. Cosmos is the worst to stake with. The percentage is high, but the fees eat up all the earnings, plus 21-day lockup. Now I'm cashing that out. Yeah. You know the great thing about this community is that you're going to find people that have some kind of something going on with something that you're just talking about, and they do stuff like that. They share their experience, and that's how we learn. Andy Surfer, I? What do you mean I? What's that mean, I? Smart aleck. You being a smart aleck again? The nerve of some people. The nerve of some people. Hey, Rodney, if you're still on, I have a question for you. How long have you been involved in crypto? So we've got Bali, we've got New Zealand. I've had Canada. I know we've had Greece. Like it's really cool because I know we have people in like Indonesia, Malaysia. Global. It's kind of cool. And Joaquin, yeah, I would not be upset to throw a party, or at least, say, hey, if you can make it here, we're doing a little something in Bali. That would be hot. I'm dying to find out. So you, Andy Surfer butt dialed a comment. I'd like to know how much it would cost to fly from New York to Bali. That's an interesting thing. Flight cost NY to Bali. Because maybe I'm just making it up. Oh, snap. The only issue that you have is that you have to take connecting flights. Wow, I can't fly economy. Business? Whew. Whew. Business class will hurt your feelings. Business class will hurt you. What's premium economy? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, no, if I'm going to pay that kind of money for premium economy, I might as well fly business. Woo, baby. Woo. That's, Lordy. It's anywhere from 5,300 to 7,100 bucks. Rodney, I'm gonna have to save up. I'm gonna have to save up for that. Like seriously. Um, Keep in mind it is without taxes and fee. Hold it. I missed something. I'm from LI, New York, living in Mexico. So wait, we have two people living in Mexico that I know of. Like that are regular. Tom's house and Joaquin. But Joaquin is like partying it up right now in like Miami. Ha 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 ha. Airline tickets are usually advertised without taxes. Yeah, yeah, that's what you meant. Thank you for that. So imagine, oh gosh, golly. Yeah, but even still, if I'm 6'3", 300 pounds. If I'm gonna fly, I'm flying at the bare minimum business class. Nothing else is gonna fit. Nothing else is gonna fit. And I'm hoping that business class comes with that. Well, your seat goes almost all the way back, and turns into a bed or something like that, so you can actually sleep. Because it's a day plus to get there from here. Woof, that's a long trip. That's a long trip. I need to be comfortable, very comfortable. I remember I went to South Africa on an assignment and flew business class. It was awesome. It was awesome. The whole trip was awesome. I stayed at a hotel that was basically built into to a side of I called it a mountain. They call it a hill. I asked one of my guys. I was like, "So, what do you see?" And he was like, "I see a hill that I can get over in 24 hours." I'm sitting there and I'm like, "That's a beautiful mountain." And he's like, "Oh, he measured it differently than I did." That was one of the biggest learning experiences I ever had. So now you know why I invest, because I want to have more of those experiences. I want to have absolutely more of those experiences. Wow. Let me see something. 10 votes, 50% say yes, 20% say no, and 30% say maybe. Nah, I totally disagree. It's 100%. If you're doing that, you are an exchange. Period. You're an exchange. In my head, because nobody's been able to bring up how they're not an exchange. And the reason why I say so is because, I told you guys that we have a hosting company, and this was like a big conversation at the office. Well, our virtual office. And I was like, I don't want to be an exchange. So we do not collect PayPal on your behalf. We don't collect credit cards on your behalf. And I was like, well, if I'm not collecting crypto on your behalf, the transaction goes straight to you, not an exchange. Because I live in New York. So obviously the company is based in New York. I didn't want to have to re-domicile or change my domicile for my business just because we might offer a service that would be seen as an exchange. I was like, nope, not an exchange. Not an exchange. So very, very interesting. Went to South Africa last year, and man, yeah, beyond. They have this area that's like South Street Seaport in New York. But South Street Seaport in New York is about this big compared to what they have in South Africa. It was just, when I say breathtaking, just everything about South Africa was just jaw dropping. Every single piece of it. Every single piece of it. You know what's amazing? I'm looking at Instagram and there's nobody there. 0 viewers right now. And are the Yankees or Mets playing tonight? Just wondering. Just wondering. But yeah, so we had a lot of news that hit. And I think that what most people react to are the big headlines, and they don't pay attention to any of these smaller things. Ireland trying to write new crypto laws ahead of the EU's laws. Italy upping their taxes to 42% from 26%. Singapore cracking down. So while Singapore is cracking down and South Korea are cracking down on crypto, Hong Kong's like, we're giving away new VASPs and more licensing. Come on over, do business over here. I don't think people pay attention to that. I do not think people pay attention to that. They listen to what has the loudest voices behind it, and they get stuck there. And I'm just like, that's a crying shame that you get stuck there. Because this is the kind of news that will actually move things. Don't get me wrong. Some of that big news is big news and it's worthy, but not at the risk of losing out on understanding what else is going on. Like this bit about Cosmos, that's not small. That is not small. And it's going to make people stop and think, not just about staking, but about Cosmos in general. So yeah, we should be paying attention. We should be paying a bit more attention. So that's an issue to me. That really is a big issue to me. So when I tell you guys to do your own research, I don't mean just look at the big headlines. I mean, look at everything that you can. Make your judgment call on whether it's valid news, invalid news, but read the news. Do your own research and find out what's going on. So while I was totally focused on every word here, they changed my gait. A sprint and a heart attack later, I'm back and chilling. So that's what all that huffing and puffing was? Oh, okay. All right. I thought it could have been something else. But all right, yeah. Just huffing and puffing, running from gate to gate. It's all right. It's cool. So yeah, I come across articles that, yeah, that's a big headline. That's a good headline. Adult beverage time. Man, I am jealous. I'm very jealous. I do have stuff, but I don't have anything I want. So I'm jealous that you're able to have an adult beverage and I'm not. I need to go buy some adult beverage. Haven't been to the store. So I might have to whip out some money. I wish it was Bitcoin. Or some other coin that I could just go boop, grab my stuff and go. But yeah, nah. So yeah, when you're doing your own research, all jokes aside, you must read as much as you can. Research as much as you can. Understand who's involved with what projects and everything else. I brought up this morning or last night that the founder of Canary Capital is one of the original founders of Valkyrie. Right? You want to know things like that, no matter what investment you're doing. Where do these people come from? How did they do this? Like everything in between, so that you can make sure that you're making the most educated decisions possible. So just saying, just pay attention. I want us to be safe while we're growing our bags. I really do. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to call it short tonight only because I need to go fill up gas. So, life happens. I need to do stuff. So I need to go fill up gas. And after that, I shall return tomorrow. If you have not received your email for the Big Bagger video conference on Friday, please let me know. And Captain Banana, you are most welcome. Thank you for your time. Just let me know if you haven't gotten it. Reach out. Just let me know. I think I have to send one. I think I'm just going to send it to everybody. So I'll just resend it, but I'm going to resend it tomorrow. All right. I'm not going to do it tonight because like I said, I'm going to run out and get some gas. It's 8:44 p.m. here in New York. So that's kind of cool. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. Again, I told you I'm a little bit of a geek. I like numbers. Vodka and milk of magnesia. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. Whatever floats your boat. I just don't want to be near you when that boat starts to give. Anyway, everybody, I hope I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good night or a good morning or a good lunch, because people are all over the place right now. New Zealand, New York, Mexico, Miami, Bali, just everywhere. I feel so blessed. Anyway, everybody.